Hello and welcome to the Girls Show. My name is Peju Adekunle and it's such a delight to be here. We've got lots of lined up activities for you guys today. Entertaining, informative, educative, just keep your fingers crossed on the show today. So today we're going to be discussing relationship. How do you know when a guy is no longer interested in you? It can be very frustrating when one party is just the only one doing everything, loving, calling, checking up, all those stuff you do for love. Yeah. Okay, so I've got three lovely, gorgeous, beautiful, sophisticated girls in the studio here with me discussing this topic. How do you know when a guy is no longer interested in you? So just sit back, relax, get a cup of tea, popcorn, and then enjoy the show. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Girls Show. And trust me, I've got lovely ladies in the studio. They're beautiful, gorgeous, classy, sophisticated, ready for us to talk about how do we know when a guy is no longer interested in us. Like, how do we really know? Hi, Joy.
Hi.
Hello, Hayo.
Hi.
Hello, Jennifer. So let's talk. A lot of times girls ask me this question and they're like, how do you know when a guy is no longer interested in you? Like, some people don't know. They're trying to guess that why is this guy acting the way he's acting and you're not sure. So for you, I want you to share with us, how do you know when a guy is no longer interested in you? So, Ayo?
Basically, I think the guy will start forming busy for you.
Okay.
Because most times whenever you place a call through to him, you definitely know that he's handing over the phone to someone, because it's like first time, second time, third time. It's something that is now frequent. Then they are like, oh, the guy is busy, we can't talk to you right now, maybe you should call back later. You have to, at that moment, you already know that this person is actually no longer interested in this relationship, and then there's no point. Like, I actually have a friend that same thing happened to. The guy was always for me busy, but my friend kept on calling.
Boy, he ain't busy to eat, yeah?
Yeah, he's not. She kept calling him that, okay, maybe hopefully he would. But at the end of the day, the guy broke up with her on the long run. So I think.
But he started by rejecting her calls, slowing down, no messages, nothing. Yes. So when you just get that side, something is coming. At
that moment, you are just the only one in that relationship.
Oh shit! Oh, you are the only one.
And I think that guys are really good at that.
Really?
I don't think they actually do like to come straight to a lady and say it's over. So what they do this subtle way of, trying to let go. So it's up to you to see.
So it gives you all the signs, then it's expected to be like, guy, I'm just calling to say, I'm done. By yourself. But he's already done. And then they say the first to break up wins. So you're like, okay, you feel like a superstar, but really he already left you a long time. Okay, Jennifer.
Okay, for me, I feel like he doesn't try to impress you or try to make you look like he wants you. For example, now, if a guy sees a girl that he likes and he's like, oh, I like this girl, obviously he'll want to take her on dates.
Yeah, spend,
make her feel loved. But nowadays what happened today is that most guys, they try to start talking to girls.
Okay.
They start talking for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and they still keep talking without asking them out.
Really?
Yes.
So what are they talking about? Hello, how are you? Have you eaten? Hello, are you browsing? Are you just?
They say, oh, we're just trying to get to know each other first of all.
In 3 weeks?
Yes, it happens, or even last for months.
Wow.
Yes, that's why most time girls are if he doesn't say what he wants, or be clear about
what do you want?
What
I want from you. Yeah.
Then move on fast. So yeah.
Don't wait. Just move. Yes. Run.
Yes.
Exit. Okay. I remember my own. Let me share my own experience. And I was in a relationship with this guy. He was all good. When a guy likes you, he does all kinds of crazy stuff for you and everything. So there was this particular day. It was already acting funny though. But I was like, maybe he's going through challenges, so just let him breathe and everything. So this particular day, I went to his school and I took some pictures along, really nice pictures, hot pictures. So I took time to snap the thing, snapped and posed and everything. I was looking all glam. And by the time the picture came, I was like, wow, now Percy picking me this, so excited and everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to school. Let me keep the picture in my bag. I'm going to show the guy when he'll be like, oh, I've missed you. I want to see your picture. I'll keep this to always remember you. And I got to school. And after the old talking, I'm like, okay, so I took a picture in school. I thought to show you, like, okay, where is it? So I just dipped my hand and I brought it out. You know, you're using slow motion to bring something out. Like, I want to show you something. Cutie. So I just did, pew. Guess what? He just took the picture like a professor. Adjusted his eyeglasses and looked at the picture. Turned, check it. He just did like this. And then he handed it over back to me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. No, I took time to take this picture. He didn't even say, you're beautiful. Wow, I love your dress or something. He just looked at it, you know, like a professor, like you're in for defense. You're trying to defend your project. So he just looked at it like, okay. But you know, if he's a guy that truly likes you, if he's interested in you, be like, wow, that was just a nice posture right there, something. He just looked at the picture like, you know, that's the normal you. Oh, there's nothing really. And then handed it over. I brought the picture for him to take it and say, put it on his table. I'll be like, oh my God, that's my girl. That's my girl. Oh, I need to see her. He just gave it back to me. Take it back to school. So at that point, I was like, wow, this guy is no longer interested in me. Because if you're interested in me, you give me off, you know. Because right now, my husband, now I'm married, and I take pictures and he's like, wow, you look good. I'm like, yeah. He's interested in me. So if a guy is not interested in you, the things that you normally do and you're feeling all fly and then he stops doing it is a pointer. So when you said he stopped picking calls, I'm no okay. Maybe he calls you like 3 times a day or 4 times a day, and then he slows it to 1 or half, and then the next thing is done. You know, and you said he buys you stuff and everything, and all of a sudden like, why am I even buying stuff for these girls? do you understand what I'm saying? So now I want us to say 1 or 2 things to girls out there that are confused about the relationship. So one word, Joy.
Okay, I think most times we actually do know how our relationship is. What we do is that we just try to ignore, pretend. There's that gut feeling, you know if somebody really likes you or they don't like you. But sometimes because you have this so much likeness for them, you want to keep it. So what I feel that most girls should know is that they should listen to that gut feeling. There's that instinct. It's always there to back us up, you know. So if you feel it that this is not it,
just cut it, let it go.
Let it go.
Ayo?
I would actually, I was going to say the same thing too.
Okay.
Because if a guy is not interested in you, there's no point
trying to impress.
Yes,
Or
no
ga
point.
waka.
In fact, you don't even have to wait for him to break up with you.
Once you get the signs.
Just call him and tell it to him that, okay, I'm not interested again, and I noticed that
You've changed.
been doing this, you've been doing that, and I don't think this should continue any longer. There's no point wasting your time.
Do you want to explain or you want to take a leave? You know, something just to make him come out and talk. Yes.
Then move forward from that.
All right, Jennifer.
For me, I would say that when someone cares about you and like you, you will definitely know.
Okay.
You don't even need to like go around asking your friends or anybody. You will know. Your heart will tell you, and you don't need to like keep asking the person, "What are we? What do you want? Like, what is happening?" When someone really cares about you, they will try hard to make things work, even though some relationships aren't perfect.
Yeah.
It has these ups and downs. So when someone really cares about you, they will try. So if it's not working, you move on. And there are like so many people out there. So yeah.
That's nice. So on a lighter note, I'll just ask us, what did you miss most about growing up? What did you miss the most?
Okay, I think I missed that you walking down the street and then one nice teenager like you saying hi.
Oh.
I think I missed that. I think social media
Really?
missed that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Say I, like you're walking and like I.
You know those things we used to do, you know now.
No, just me. Fill me in.
Those cool evening walks.
Okay.
Like you walk down the street.
I don't do evening walks. My father was very strict.
Oh, my dad was strict, but somehow we find ways to do
Okay.
those normal things, you know. You walk with your friends,
And someone is
down
like,
the street,
John, hi,
you know, from
hello,
there, the
hi.
conversation starts.
Oh.
You know, I think I missed that.
Okay,
further with that, actually, I miss going most times when my friends come visiting.
Okay.
We go, I see the person off, then the person
sees you
keep
up back.
gisting,
You
person
guys going
sees me up
to-
back, then, but now everybody is busy.
Social media like, babe, I'll follow you later.
As in, till it gets to a point and you're like, please, oh yeah, come and go to your house. So that's basically what I miss. Actually.
Oh, okay, Jennifer.
I miss hanging out with my friends, going to their houses, them coming over.
You guys do a lot of houses stuff. I miss that. I didn't have
Before
that.
social media came, right?
But now everybody's all grown up, busy. They have their life too. Yes, I miss that a lot.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, guys, we'll go on a short break. We'll be back shortly. Just stay with us. All right, welcome back. I trust you're still having fun. Now, let's listen to what the girls have to say outside of the studio. We'll be back shortly.
So when a guy is not interested in a girl, I think he makes himself distant from the girl. Like he talks to Alice.
I feel you know from the attention he gives you.
Next on the program is the Women Inspiring Girls section. Guess who we have? Let's go right there. Stay with us. All right, girlfriends. Our guest on the show today is this beautiful, elegant, classy, sophisticated woman of substance. Her name is Mrs. Chioma George Ekenle, the managing director of E-Consult. Welcome on the show, ma'am. Good to have you.
Thank you.
You look so beautiful. I know. All right, so let's dig in straight up. I'd like you to tell us briefly about yourself and 3 things that makes you special.
Okay, my name is Chioma George Ekenle. I'm a HR consultant. I'm also a female capacity development coach.
Wow.
Now, what I do on that platform is that I help young women, young girls to identify and develop core values that can help them through life, expose them to trainings that can help them build up their leadership capacities, as well as provide employment opportunities for them so that they grow up to either become an entrepreneur or an employee. And that's what we do on the E-Consult platform.
Interesting. Okay, so 3 things that makes you
Three things
amazing.
that makes me amazing.
Yeah.
Number 1, I have faith in God.
Okay.
And I love people. And I serve people.
And you smile as well.
I smile.
Great.
Yes.
So tell us, what was growing up like for you?
Growing up was interesting because I had in the sense, my father was a military officer at the time.
Ooh.
So he retired at some point. So growing up was kind of strict.
Don't go out, no parties.
Parties. We grew up in the north.
Okay.
We grew up in the north.
Okay.
7 children. I'm the 6th. So I grew up having parental guidance. I grew up having older ones look out for me. I also grew up, because of that kind of setting, having a father that was strong on being on discipline. You know how military officers can be.
Yeah.
And you don't get to go out. You just go to school. So your life was kind of triangular.
Wow.
You go to school, come back, go to church, come back, and that's it. So even having friends, your friends have to be scrutinized.
Okay.
But he was just providing protection for us at the time.
Yeah.
And then somehow it had a side effect on me because I was the 6th out of 7 children. I didn't know how to express myself because most of the time people do the thinking for you.
Ooh.
People do the thinking for you because you have older ones.
Like,
what do you have to
what
say?
do you want to say?
What do you want to say? Do you understand? So most times my opinion, I really didn't have an opinion most times. So it affected my relating with people. It affected my choosing the course I was going to study in school.
Ooh, really?
Yes, it did affect
Wow.
that because I went into the sciences.
Okay.
I became a science student because my dad wanted me to study pharmacy.
Oh, he wanted you to study pharmacy.
He wanted me to
Not
study
like,
pharmacy.
Chioma, what do you want to study?
No.
I want you.
So you're
Go
going to
there.
be a pharmacist. And there was no we're not talking about it.
Oh,
you know, so
so
you're
you
going to be a
just-
pharmacist. So GS3, I found myself going into science class.
Yeah.
And all. So that was how my life, it was on campus. I now realized that I can't do this science. I can't go the science line.
So what did you tell him? What did you break the news to?
It was in second semester.
So you
I
learned.
had actually done first year in another campus, but it wasn't pharmacy. So I had to write JAM again.
Just for pharmacy?
Just to get pharmacy into the University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Got the pharmacy and started out. But over time, I wasn't too good with math.
Okay.
Or rather, I didn't enjoy math. I was more of a concept person.
Okay.
So first year, my maths results were not okay. Second year, I told him,
Excuse me, sir. Sir?
exactly.
Sir.
Do you know? So I had to tell him, sir, there's
Something
we
that
have to talk.
we have to.
So, but at that time, I had to look out for, I didn't want to repeat first year again, but this was
Okay.
the second time.
Okay.
And then I had to ask, what course can I actually just continue second year? And computer science was it for me at the time. So
great.
I told him, I was, I wanted to do computer science. I had failed math. I didn't want to repeat it. This would be the third time repeating. And can I just do somehow? I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
How was I able to convince my military father that, on a normal day you couldn't really talk to, and I got his consent. He actually even bought me a laptop.
Oh, daddy.
And that was so I graduated with I graduated from computer
science.
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
So growing up was
So, no, let me ask you another part now. When you do something wrong and your daddy wants to punish you, what does it is a military man? So what style?
style.
Frog jump, fly.
Flogging,
How?
beating.
The military way.
I'm a girl, so he would flog you.
Okay.
Yes. Or he would place how do they call it? An embargo or something.
No going out?
No going out, no
Okay.
TV, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Grounded. Grounded.
He doesn't call it grounded anyways. Just gives an instruction that
Oh,
from today, XYZ is not going to happen.
Hell. All right. So let's talk about the values. What values would you say you have held on to in your journey, and what ways have they paid off?
I would say 4 major values. There
Okay.
are a lot of them,
Okay.
quite a number of them, but I would say 4 major values. The first one is actually my faith in God, because that's
This is the second time you're saying that.
yes, because it has helped me from that point. I told you about not being able to express myself, so
Yeah.
I actually grew up having a low self-esteem. So developing a relationship with God helped me
Helped you.
come out of that, helped me discover myself. And I told you that my dad had to actually allow me to go to computer science.
Yeah.
I had
prayed.
to pray about, yes.
Check.
I prayed about it. I'm like, Lord, you just have to help me touch his heart. And my dad, that you can't, it was an impossible thing, but it happened. So faith in God is one value. The second one is people. There's nothing, I realized there's nothing you can achieve in life without people. There's nothing. There is nothing you can do in life without people. So when I got to understand that on this life's journey, you need people. You need people above you that can guide you, that can correct you, that can show you what to do, what not to do. That's with the right values and all. You need your peers. You need people that you can go on the journey with. And then you need people that look up to you. So that gives you a sense of responsibility that I can't afford to fail.
Yeah.
I can't afford to do certain things because there are people looking up to me. So people.
Interesting.
People.
Okay.
I'm a product of
People.
yes. And then, because some people will say I'm a nobody's self-made. Someone taught you in school.
Yeah.
Someone gave birth to you. Somebody drove you on that bus. You need people. So, and the third value is service.
Service.
So, serving people. You don't get, most people look out for what they can get from people.
Yeah.
And I've realized, because that has helped me, I've realized that service opens you up to a whole lot. Especially serving people that have gone ahead of you. You get to learn, you get to be exposed. There's this, because of this one word called service, there's this popular saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with a team. Because of service and what it has done for me, I personally say if you want to go fast, go with a team. If you want to go far, climb on someone's shoulders. So service opens you up to, is a pathway to honor. It opens you up to a lot of possibilities. You get to learn at the feet of people that on a normal day you wouldn't have access to them. But just being able to provide some sort of service to them, you know, so look for a need in their life, solve it. And also, it's also what helps you climb up when you're working in a company. If you just go to work because you just want to earn a salary at the end of the day, when the company wants to downsize, your name will be on that list because you're not actually providing service to them. You're not adding value. Service is actually adding value to people.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the third one is
the
fourth, continuous learning.
Continuous learning.
I remember when we finished our final papers in school and people were breaking their pens.
I say, thank God, I'm done.
The truth is, learning just begun. Education just started outside of the four walls of the university. So continuous learning, because as time goes on and the economy and things are changing, you have to keep up with what's going on. So if you want to be relevant, you have to commit to continuous learning.
Okay. On a lighter note now, how does a lady know when a guy is not interested in her anymore? And I hear girls asking this question, like, excuse me, please, how do I know? How do I know? I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask Miss Chioma to when she comes. And how does a lady know when a guy is no longer interested in her?
When you say interest, first of all, let me just say this before I answer that question. Okay. So some ladies think when a guy is all over you, he's interested in you. When he's all over you physically, he's interested in your body, not you. Okay. So there's a difference between being interested in you is being interested in what would add to your progress in your life, your academics, in your vision, your pursuits in life and all. So how do you know that a guy is no longer interested? Number one, the excuses start coming in. Maybe he calls you all the time, the calls reduce. You call him, he doesn't get to pick his calls. Or return the calls. Excuses start coming in. Oh, I was busy with this, or I was busy with that, and then he starts treating you disdainfully. Sometimes he's with his friends, he doesn't pay heed to you, he doesn't give you attention, or there's a way he talks down on you when you're with him. It shows he doesn't really value you. And also,
I think I remember one particular one. I was with this guy then, I was dating the guy. Then what happened? He wanted to introduce me to his friends. Then he's like, Peju, meet Debola, Ayo, Shegun, Joseph. Everybody meets Peju. So who is Peju? So I come down like, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, so I think that's like, wow, oh no, girls are suffering. We don't want them to suffer anymore. Okay, so now it's time for our activity. You know, I told you. So I have question 1 to 4. Just pick anyone.
I don't trust you.
The way you did.
Because I don't trust you.
You don't have to trust me on this one, but just pick anyone you pick, but you know, I believe that it's going to be really simple.
Okay, 3.
Question 3. And it's a simple one. Simple something. Simple. It's a very simple something. It's simple.
Okay.
But it's simple though. It's very simple. It says, where did you meet your... Yes. Where did you meet your guy and how did you propose? Very simple something.
Which of the questions?
The two of them is where did you meet in your daddy?
My husband.
Yes, your husband. And how did he propose to you? See, look on your face, my God. Like you're like, oh my God. But you pick the question yourself. So
okay. Can I?
You want to check the paper again? I will tell you, how did you meet him?
No, I wanted to check if I could take another question.
Oh, no, there's no another one. No, you see, you picked it. Something, you answered the question.
It's fine.
Yes, please.
Okay, I met him while I was working in an office.
Okay.
Yes, he came to see my boss at the time.
Okay.
He came with someone that came to see my boss.
Okay.
At the time. So while the office was quite a little bit big. So while the person he came with was speaking with my boss, he was talking with me.
He was like,
exactly.
Yeah, Chioma. Okay.
So we just asked one question here, another question there.
Okay.
So that was just what was going on. and exchange numbers at some point.
Oh, hallelujah. Okay.
And time happened.
And
Got to know ourselves.
okay.
Values were okay. Vision was in line with each other. Chemistry developed over time.
My God, I'm sweating.
God okayed it and then went ahead.
How did you not say, Chama, you are the one I've been looking for? So how did you?
I'm smiling because,
Yeah, you see? Okay.
my goodness, I'm smiling because he had planned with my friends, a few of my close friends and his,
Okay.
to actually propose where, in front of them.
Okay.
But he just couldn't hold himself. He
Wow.
couldn't wait.
Okay.
So he couldn't wait. So it was meant to happen, I think 2 days later or so.
Okay.
I don't know why he just couldn't wait.
In the 2 days, like, no, it has to be fast. Maybe if he
So
says that somebody is coming somewhere.
So we had a dinner date
Okay.
before that. I didn't know they were planning something.
Okay.
So we had a dinner date, and while I was taking the ice cream, I felt something.
Like
Yes.
around something.
So,
Do you like,
so he asked, and
and you're like, I'll marry you. Put it right. Take it. All right, ma'am. So on a final note, I want you to give girls one advice. One advice.
one advice I would give, our parents would say, that the times we grew in and the times you are growing in are different. And I can also say that the times we are growing in and the times you are going to grow in are different. So what advice I would say is, do not neglect counsel from those older than you. I remember in school when people that had graduated would be telling us certain things about life, and we're like, they're just talking because XYZ. But coming out, I realized every single thing they said was true. On the positive, I mean, was true. So one thing that would ensure that you get to your destination in life is don't neglect counsel, wise counsel from those that you know have been tried, tested and tried. And then one other thing major I would say is discover God early. There are many turns in life. Why people get into a lot of problems is that they're trying to find their direction in life, and they get to find it from the wrong places, from Instagram, from Facebook and all. But you can only find your destiny, where you're meant to, your destination in life from your source, and that is God. So this is not a time to downplay knowing God or building a relationship with Him. So if I were to tell you two things: number one, discover God, build a relationship with Him. Number two, don't neglect counsel. Look out for people that can mentor you, that you're sure of, that have gone through what you've gone through. They've made it, they've scaled through, they've made it, and they have the right values, they have the right, they have the right results. So those are the two things I'm going to leave with you today.
All right. Thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you,
us,
too.
Mrs. Choma. I hope next time when we say, please come, you would definitely say, okay, I'm here. You guys are
Anything
welcome.
for the girls.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, girls, do stay with us. Wow, hope you learned something from our Women Inspiring Girls segment. Thank you to our guests, Ayo, Joy, and Jennifer for their time on the show. And also to you, our beautiful viewers watching at home. We say thank you for joining. Thank you for watching the Girls Show. We'll see you next time. Yeah. Peace out. Peace.